Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a BT-42 Jatkosota. It's a tier 5, well, I should say German, but it's actually Finnish light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and it's under the command of panzerpenguin. Well, this is a recent development that's been brought into the game, which should have been in the game a long time ago. Mainly because that's a 4.5-inch howitzer as the main armament. Yes, it's the original use of the 4.5-inch. It's 114 millimeters in caliber, but it is a 4.5-inch gun, like on the BT-42. Now, it's capable of doing 370 alpha, 125 millimeters of pin with the standard, well, with the heat rounds, and with the standard rounds, it's 105, but the 370 is the interesting bit because it really can act like a KV2 on steroids, but it's a light tank, not a heavy tank. They put it in the German tech tree, but technically it is Finnish. In fact, there's still 2 of them, I believe, in the world. Target. Oh. Fantastic shot. The chappie suddenly lost virtually all of his hit points, and now he's out the game. Now, it does take a little longer to actually reload. The standard reload is 13.33 seconds. You can see here that panzerpenguin has got 13.03, so he hasn't really worked the crew up yet to get the full potential. Okay, the enemy tank is just the other side of that, and it's an T6 medium, but it's an HE round, so the thing is, well, these rounds are the heat rounds, but not the HE. As you can see there, it does say high explosive anti-tank. So they're going to have no problem going through the armor of a T6. Now, the Japanese voices are Girls und Panzer. Yes, the Japanese little girls in sailors' uniforms. The Japanese do have some very peculiar sexual practices. I know. Oh dear. What am I exposing myself to? Oh, he got a hit there with a lead shot. These shells are very, very slow. So in order for him to get that shot, he had to time that one perfectly. So it hit the target just as he was driving by. Because it'll arc through the air, this shell. It really does arc. So what happened is that the Finns actually captured 20 BT-7s. That's not the full story. 18 of them were converted into BT-42s, and then they were used against the Soviets. The thing was, the true story, and I think I've mentioned this more than once, is that one night, Finnish soldiers crept into the Soviet base, and they stole 10 BT-7s. Yep, they were in the tank park, and they literally just stole them. And they woke up the next morning, the Soviets, and oh my god, they've lost half their tanks. And they were a bit upset because of course, they knew who'd actually stolen them. It was the Finns. The next night, they came along and stole the other half. And the poor commander of the regiment, well, he was taken by the NKVD, and he was in fact executed for losing all of those tanks. Oh, he didn't get that one on, but he did have the mechanic there, the bush mechanic, working in his favor. So this BDR doesn't know that he's actually in the sights of a 4.5-inch yet, but he will any second. Yep, he does now, but unfortunately that just tracked him. We've lost the Matilda, but that BDR is in terrible danger. He's not the only one, that guy as well. And he's out the game. Okay, over here in the distance we've got a Lux. And he's sitting still. And that's not something you should do when there's a BT-42 in the game, because he will take advantage. That one hit, but it just didn't go through the armor. And you can see him turning to face us, but of course he can't see us. But any second now, he's going to find out where we are again. Ah. Well, from the looks of it, the BDR did die. We can see the wreck sitting there. So somebody else in our team got the kill. The looks is going to be a little more difficult to kill because he's moving quickly. Oh, that shell must have passed straight past him. But he stopped for a brief moment to get his bearings. He's still on the move. Now, actually, that hit one of our guys. It hit the SU-122A, but it didn't kill him because, of course, no, team mechanics. But it means that panzerpenguin won't get the high caliber now, even if he does score the highest damage in the game. And this tank regularly does score the highest damage. Okay, oh, Matilda, and we're taking 40mm rounds, the 2-pounder gun. But the Matilda can't take one round from this gun, this 4.5 inch, because he would go down straight away. Well, there's only 4 enemies left now. 2 of those are Arty. They're the Gorilla and the M41 HMC. The other 2 are a Chihi and an M8A1. And if they come across this gun, they're going to get vaporized because literally the shell will go straight through them. Now, it is going to be a kind of expensive game for panzerpenguin because he has been firing the premium ammunition. The HE is much more funny actually because it's so dirt cheap but does have such great effects. As you can see here, the alpha is still the same, 370, but it's only 105mm a pen instead of 125mm a pen. And you can see the shell velocity, 357 meters per second, so it's still very, very slow. Arty slow, that's how fast it is. So you literally watch the shell arcing through the air towards you. In fact, if you're on the receiving end, it's rather uncomfortable because you think that the shell's not coming to you, but it is, and it comes down straight on top of you. Well, he's loaded the premium round, the next round up, which is, oh, this is the high explosive, 440 and 57mm of pen. Because, of course, all the 4 enemy tanks are so thin on armor that he would take them out. So I got the shells in the wrong order. One shot takes out the M8A1. The M41's up ahead. He knows what's coming, and he's gone down. We're looking for the others now. We did get spotted, so of course he did have to move. The Chihi's down the other side of the west side. There's the Gorilla. Now, we don't really want to give him an easy shot, but there he is. And that's a nice shot with 1 kill. So he's now up to 4 kills, but there's only 1 left on the enemy team. So he can't get a top gun, but he can get at least 5 kills. And there's the Chihi in the distance. Now he's sitting behind the bunker. He's waiting for us to turn up. He probably can't see us. Oh, it exploded on the bunker. So I think what we're going to have to do, we are capping. We don't really want to cap. It's the looks who's capping. Ideally, what we want to do is outflank the guy, come around behind him and approach from the other angle. The Marder's already there. He's going to probably come out to get a shot on us. Let it settle. It does take a long time to dial in. Oh, that one hit! Big damage, and the guy's almost given up, I think. He's just sitting there. Oh, not anymore. He suddenly realised the Marder is homing in on him. And we've got no shot there. And he's coming out to play now with us. He did spot us. And I think he's being fired on by the Marder and the M10. We're going to have to get closer. Just drive, get close. Shoot on the move if you have to. Okay, just drive. Oh, he missed the chance. Never mind. It was a good game nonetheless. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the first ace tanker for panzerpenguin in the BT-42, which is the Jatkosota, not the Jatkosota as I originally said. You can tell it's the first ace because you got the scrolls underneath the M. You only get that the first time. You also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle, a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he got 4 exactly, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, in this one, he got 5 exactly. His win rate was 10,181 from this game, which is super unicum and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he did get the highest damage in the game, 2,138 hit points of damage, but sadly there's no high caliber because of that shot he fired at the looks and it hit the SU-122A instead. I'm afraid that disqualified him from getting a high caliber medal. He would have got it otherwise, but he missed out on it. In fact, it went to the M10 RBFM on his team, who got 1,798 hit points of damage. And he actually picked up a high caliber and Confederate because panzerpenguin bluffed his shot and hit one of his teammates. The third highest damage in the game actually went to the Fifi La Pew Pew, the 105 LFH 18B2. He picked up 1,382 hit points of damage, but he was in the wrong place in the battlefield, and yes, he got taken out by the enemy team. When it came to kills, it was shared between panzerpenguin and nobody else. So I got that wrong. Yes, it was only 4 kills went to panzerpenguin, 3 kills went to the Marder ICT, and 2 kills went to the M10 RBFM, as well as the Fifi on our own team, and also to the Matilda, the IKV 103, and the M41 HMC on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, yeah, he's got that one too. So he has got the top in all 3 columns, just missing out the high caliber medal. 1,459 went to panzerpenguin, the only player to get over 1,000 base. 779 went to the M10 RBFM. 720 went to the 105 FH18B2. He fired 16 rounds in the game. 11 of them hit the target and 8 penetrated. 2,138 hit points of damage, of which 368 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits from the enemy, all 4 penetrated. It's basically just a BT-7 hull, very thin armor, so it can move very fast. The Soviets called it a booster tanky. Booster means fast tank, and yes, it is a fast tank, using that Christie suspension system. 5 enemy vehicles spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and 1,538 hit points of spotting assist in the game. On a premium count, he actually made 63,324 credits profit in this game, but he did spend a lot on premium ammo. He mixed up which column his shells were in. I'm pretty sure that the one he had the most of was the premium round, and that's what he was firing most of the game. It was only at the end that he switched back to the standard ammunition, which should be standard HE. And in fact, actually, that was in the 3rd column on his dashboard. He also picked up 6,347 experience points out of that one as well. So obviously, it's going to have a very much boosted crew in the future. So the BT-42 is just basically a huge amount of fun. Obviously, most of you know about the BT-7 Art, which is basically a 76mm gun mounted on top of a BT-7, which people bomb around the battlefield and derp their teammates with. This is just a completely different level to that because, of course, with these ones, the BT Arts are just a 76mm gun. It can do a lot of damage, but it does nothing like the sort of damage that a BT-42 does. The BT-42 just nukes the enemy team and basically one-shot some tanks. You saw him take out that M8A1. He just basically aimed the shot at the guy and fired, and the tank just blew up. And that's what this tank is all about. That's why it's just so much fun. You can do drive-bys in this thing. You can literally roll up to the enemy, derp them in the side, and just shoot past them as you're going, and then go after the next one. The only drawback, really, is it does have a fairly long reload. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.